Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's show. Don't worry, we have no blue screen. Cross your fingers and digital toes. No blue screen. On top of that, I will not take revenge on them. That is not how it goes. This isn't Dragonlance, where one show caused the problems for the other show constantly. No worries there. We'll be kicking this off here in just a little bit with episode 6, Burning Roots. If you all don't remember, our party is kind of in a bad situation. Maria is walking in on it, and as Drew just said, we're fucked. These creatures are powerful. They have a lot of cool abilities. I am excited to see how they work. This is our first, I think, real true monster fight, because all three of these are monsters and not NPCs. And in Dragonbane, monsters have the tables we roll on, versus me rolling normal D20 dice and treating them like a player character. So it should be entertaining. It should be entertaining. Streamloot cards are up for everybody. The subs are up as well. Once we get, I think, 10 subs in total for Streamloots, we get to add new gifts to the Streamloot subscribers. Other than that, everybody, we'll be up in about 10 minutes for you.
They're in plain sight. You need to hide. This place is not safe for the likes of you, especially after dark. Ah, I can see by your confused expression that you do not fully comprehend the danger you are in. Perhaps you thought to enter here and find some amusement. But you picked a poor night to come visiting, my friends. It was a night just like this that it happened. The man who lived here went stark raving mad. They say he dispatched his entire family. Sometimes you can still hear the faint echo of their screams in the dark. His spirit now haunts this place, looking for others to dispatch. He's out there, watching you from the shadows, creeping ever closer. Come here. You can hide with me. I'll keep you safe and sound.
If you guys haven't picked up all of your lovely merch from the EFP store, we got some new stuff coming out next month when we get back from Gen Con for Breachers and for Ethauntia. But for now, there are going to be things coming down. The Dragonlance stuff is going to be getting pulled off, so I can have room stickers. I only get so many spaces. Then I think also the Secret shirt is going to be swapping out. So if you haven't gotten your Heavy Metal Secret Corpse Talk shirt, Dragonlance shirt, pick that up before it is gone. Are we ready, everybody? Is the audience ready? I hope everybody's ready. The secrets will be gone forever. No. They won't be gone forever. There'll just be a new secret shirt. Let's do this. Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It is Ethauntia Superstitions. Tonight, they are going to burn alive. Yes, that's my opening statement for this. No, I don't feel bad. Well, everybody, tonight is going to be a trip. There is some definite issues, like the fire in the trunks of trees that are probably going to kill the party. Maria is on scene coming from the other side. We're going to start with her. I'll bring her on in just a second. Can you guys all see the scene, the right scene now as a group? Can you guys see the campfire one? All right, perfect. All right, well, Maria, I hope you have some way to save these people because they sure as shit don't. Okay. They're across the way. You can zoom out and see as much as you want, but there is a lot of space coverage here. It is a big area. They came from the south to come in, same way you came in. You all went into a library and kind of searched over the area. And then coming back out, they ended up somewhere else. You, having a nice long party night, are late to coming into here. We'll say you were helping the people get their militia ready to protect the outpost from any things that may come out of here and cause horrible, horrible harm.
Okay.
Now, you did walk across this. You did also see one of the burning trunk trees here.
Okay.
There's a normal bonfire here.
Okay.
And then if we zoom way in, this huge, what you thought was like a lean-to tent, you can see the ropes that hang down with a medallion. It's a weird looking, like burnt hunk of wood with like almost like claw or bite marks off the edge of it. It's very sharp and tattered. But it looks like it's a brooch to hold Capwn. On the back side, as you kind of get to the riverbank, you see a couple things. There is a gentleman looking out at them, skull face, definitely an Assyrian, and a bunch of moving, they look like moving bark, a humanoid form with pieces kind of falling off of them, hitting the ground and like crawling back and reforming. They're very two-dimensional looking. And the inside of them are all burnt. Like the bark is all burnt up. They do move, though. They're not like floating. They do move. And you see your party moving towards the camera, like towards you. With that said, party, how many people failed? Who made it? Who made the save? I need all of you to move your movement towards the fire on the screen right now. I know the audience can't see you, but Maria would see as they all start marching towards the fire. Yeah, because the effect is immediate from them. It causes you to move immediate. And the fire is here in this trunk. With that, there's nothing else in the area besides these 3 bramble-looking creatures of bark. What do you want to do, Maria? Hangover is worn off. Adrenaline is definitely kicked in. Shit is already going south.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you would like to do to start this?
Is it fair to say that as I came in here looking for everybody, I had a moment to extend my whip?
Absolutely. No reason. It's a long walk to here.
Yeah,
As long as you spend the willpower points, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think it's already detracted from mine.
Okay.
But if not, I'll just detract it again real quick.
You're good.
Then I come in. There's this fire here versus the regular fire here.
One's a bonfire. The other ones are inside of hollowed out tree trunks. And the tops are cut off. Like it looks like the tree burnt and fell apart. And inside there's just a column of fire coming out of them.
Okay. And we came into a vale.
You came in, it's a ring of trees. It's a grove that just showed up outside of the outpost. And the only information you guys would have on it is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but Georgia knew that it is the first ring of ash. Basically, it's from the Never. It's not even from here.
Right. So that being the case, can I roll Myths and Legends to see if I heard anything about this when I was growing up?
Myths and Legends or Realms. Realms would give you even more info. Myths and Legends would be specific to, I guess, yeah, Myths and Legends, because it'd be about the Grove. That makes sense, because you're asking specifically about the Grove, or are you asking specifically about the burning trees? Like, what are you trying to get an idea of?
I think before I saw the burning trees, I'm trying to get a specific sense of, like, the Grove.
When you were walking in? Yeah,
this all looks, from the map that I see, it all looks, I don't want to say summery, but definitely the opposite of where I grew up.
It does. It does not look like where you grew up. That is a very fair assessment.
So I may have heard, like, horror stories, or this is why...
It's the only stories we do here.
Right, you stay away from here, or you're not allowed to be here, or whatever. So, I'll do Myths and Legends.
This is not your court, no boon or anything like that, just a regular roll, unless you want to push, obviously.
No, well, I got an 8 out of 14.
An 8 out of 14. You have heard that all of the groves, short of Pine, are from the Never, the original versions of the Druid circles. Pine is the only one that is native to Ethauntia.
Okay.
All the other ones, the first circles, are all from the Never Never. And then Druids came across, started teaching people here, and then they started making their own groves here in the Never. Or sorry, in Ethauntia. The only thing you would know about the first groves is they are usually maybe 100 to 200 foot around, but the inside of them are miniature pocket realms or areas of realms with numerous tears that go, like, you could walk into a tree and it could be an entire mansion for one of the druids that are there, at least in the Never. In the material here in Ethauntia, that's not how it normally goes. Usually it's just a space that's carved out with maybe there's a hut there, maybe there's a few, but it doesn't have that extra dimensional realm style to it. This one, something's not right, because when you pass by that tree, there are, not only is the fire large, there is people in there around the fires. Inside the tree trunks. Like when you can look through the cracks and slivers, you know, from it burning and kind of splitting down. It looks like one of the logs where you split them and put the fire in the center.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then, so I rolled that, like, as I came in.
Yep. So you get to the shore.
I get to the shore. I see the Osarian messing with this.
He seems surprised. They seem surprised. They turn and they're looking across as well. And like, they're saying something in a little language, but they're not reacting. They're holding a needle and thread, and they have a small easel with paints as well next to them, or dyes.
Okay. Am I close enough to hear what they're saying, even if I don't understand it?
It was just more of a shock tone, like oh my, like what is this? Why are they here? Like that kind of thing.
Right.
But
okay.
It's in Hollow, so as long as you speak Hollow, you would know what they're saying.
I don't. I was thinking about rolling.
You can do languages to get the gist. I will tell you, you don't even need to roll if you're trained in it.
It's not one of the skills that I picked, but I have raised it. I've got 9.
You know, he seems shocked. I mean, the expression, even though he doesn't have a lot of expression to his face, is shocked that these things are here. It doesn't seem right. Yeah, okay. As Drew said. And your friends are all walking towards the fire.
Like, just no big.
And Claybell is also walking towards the fire.
Okay.
She failed too.
I don't want to take up too much more time.
Oh, you're fine. Audience, can I get 3d6 rolls from you just to prep our monster attacks? Drew is really hyping Kelly up right now in the background. You guys can't hear it. Take as much time as you want. You're going to save us. Take as much time as you want.
So then, seeing these creatures, these bramble pieces or whatnot, I don't know what they're called, bramble souls.
I mean, that is what they're called. You probably haven't seen them before. I don't think anyone here knew besides Georgia. Yeah,
so because I know that something's off here, I don't know if myths and legends or maybe sense magic to see if I can figure out what these things are.
The pyres or the people? The brambles?
The people.
They fall under myth and legends for those, is what we were using last time.
I got 7 out of 14.
7 out of 14. Bramble souls are wooden carapaces that are shunted from soul trees in the Never. You would know what a soul tree is. When someone dies that is fey in nature, they reside in a tree until they're ready to pass on or to be reborn in a new body. While people are immortal in the Never, they do, die from wounds and war. So, for example, when a war finishes, all the surrounding forest gets filled with the warriors that died, and slowly but surely they are brought back to life. At least in the Never. Bramble souls are people who refused to be brought back to life.
Okay.
They're hostile. They fight pretty much anything that's within their forest, their grove. They uprooted the bark from their trees. These specific ones look a little different. They're usually trees that move. These are like shucked off bark, like from a burnt tree.
Okay.
They smell of sandalwood and hot tar. You can kind of get a little bit of the smell of them. They're like a 2-dimensional bark.
Is it safe to say then that they are are they undead?
No.
Like restless souls? No, they're not. They're just like people who are just like
they're closer to like a construct.
Closer constructs. Okay.
Now that doesn't mean you couldn't affect the souls in them. If you knew how to fuck with souls, you could like separate the soul and stop it from having its power from being in the bark. Because the trees are obviously magical that these people always get bound to in the Never. You would know that, being from the Never, or a family from the Never, I should say. But you would have to have a way to separate them. That would be like Assault Circle. Maybe you could do it with some magic, like Purge or a Dimensional Shunt. But the problem is, right now, you're in a realm. So you wouldn't shunt them anywhere. They're from here.
Okay.
Maybe you'd put them back to their tree and they'd walk back off. Like,
well, I mean, they're purposely like leaving their.
Yeah, and they're hostile.
They're hostile.
They're very hostile.
Let me look at something on my character real quick.
Well, while you're looking on it, I'm going to go over to the party and we're going to get our initiatives ready to go. Let me pull up Inish. Hey, everybody. We had a lot of failed saves last time. I am worried about this party. This could be a bad fight.
Fire.
Fire bad, Drew. Fire bad. Fire bad.
Ooh.
Fire very bad. We do have some good cards in here, though. We do have some saving graces. Oops, there are... What? No, there are filters. What are you doing? Cards played, ETH...
Oh.
Int. Why is everybody yawning? Stop yawning. You're going to make me yawn. We have 5, 3, 6, 5, 8 for initiatives. We have 2 5s, but you would just skip one of those and take the next one for now. With that said, I can random, and then we can place them afterwards. So I'm going to do a quick random roll because each one of these guys, I'm going to put them all together. They're going to act on the same initiative number, so we don't use up a bunch. They do have Fury of 2, so they get to go twice. I take that back. I will roll 2 of them because I'll have those 2 initiatives for the ferocity, so you know which initiatives are going to go in. So we'll do a cycle. I'm going to delete one of these off of here. Number 3 will just get put to the bottom is how I'll do this afterwards. Because I have no way to remove them from initiative and still have the token on the screen. So do it once. The fires obviously don't count. Fire doesn't have an initiative in this combat. I'm sorry. She doesn't have initiative either. Why is she... I'm going to hide her from play. Why is she on here? You guys see the ghost in initiative anymore? Did she go away?
It's not on my list.
All right, good.
I don't see one. I just see the.
So whoever initiative 3 was, he was 1. He doesn't count. Like I said, I'm just going to put him at the bottom of the initiative order. Only the first 2 are going to be initiatives for everybody. For the bad guys, I'll just put him at the bottom. That's our current initiative order. They both go on 1, and they're both going to go on 3. We have 1 person at 2. We do have a 1 in here. If somebody would like to go first, you can take a 1.
I would say, Kelly, that's going to be either you or me.
Okay.
Yeah, because the other ones are held in action. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Eric, I have a question.
Sure.
About an ability that I have for my racial ability. Is that just for brawl attacks, or is that for like any melee attack?
I don't know which ability you have offhand. Sorry.
Frostbound Resolve.
What does it say?
For 1 hour, gain a boon to rolls resisting cold-based attack and effects, or you gain 1d6 cold damage to your successful brawl attacks.
Just brawl.
Okay.
It's just brawling because it's physical touch.
Okay. And that's not worth it right now.
Does somebody want to take one of the ones to shuffle them back, everything back 1? Because right now she's at 2. I mean, honestly, Georgia, if you go at 1, you might be able to save 1 person.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
All right, we're
Then
gonna use.
you go first, and then I'll.
Okay.
So serving hands,
Go
we'll
next.
use hers. I'm gonna slide you
possible.
up in the order to 1. and then it will go after you. Georgia, you've had a week to think about this. What's the plan?
So yeah, Georgia is not going to want to get any closer, but seeing her siblings take a step forward, I think she would also be aware that her brother is a little bit quicker than anyone else. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Ensnaring Roots on him so he cannot move closer to the fire.
You can certainly try. You got to roll the cast.
I sure do. And I get a boon on spell casting because of my ability, my new racial ability. So that is, don't need it.
I don't need it.
Dragon.
It's a dragon. Oh, that means you don't lose your willpower points. That's what a dragon. Yeah, yes. That's what a dragon does when you roll it for spell casting. And he's ensnared, so he can no longer move. Does it do damage?
No.
Damn it.
Just keeps them in place, and then I'm going to use my movement to run up to Claybell and Burke, and I'm just going to kind of reach out to try to.
We already used your. You rolled a 1. Technically speaking, when you roll a 1 on spell casting, does anyone know? Do you still get to choose double damage or extra action? Because when you roll a 1 normally, you get to choose to do double damage, or you can have an extra attack. I would say with your 1, I'm fine with you running up, casting it, like quickly casting, running over, and like placing hands on them.
Yeah. That's. I thought I didn't think I'd be able to actually grab them or pull
right,
them or hold them,
like kind of
but
trying
I
to
can
shake them
touch
a little
them at
bit.
least to.
We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, that means that all the other creatures get their 1 action. We rolled a bunch of random numbers. I think the first one was a 4, right? 4. So when that one happens, let's see here.
Eric, I have it here if you want it.
Yeah, what does it say?
So rolling a dragon under casting spells. Rolling a dragon when you cast a spell means that your target must roll a dragon to resist, parry, or dodge the spell, and in that you can choose one of the following effects. The damage or range of the spell is doubled. The spell does not cost any willpower. You can immediately cast another spell, but you get a bane on the roll.
Ooh. Well, let's go back to Allie before I go then. Allie,
that's kind of huge.
Would you rather cast the spell a second fucking time with a bane and try to get your sister too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see how this goes.
Feels like Monday all over again.
Wait, so because I get a racial boon on spellcasting period, does that wash
regular roll? Yep, cool. Sure does.
Okay, risk it for the biscuit. Let's go. That is a 6 under 14. Woo.
All right. What do we get here? I gotta look at our numbers. I think it was 426, right? 426 was our D6 rolls, or 462. 462. Cool. Well, you stop both of them from moving, and I'm gonna start with you on the map. Next to you, there is another tree. There's tons of trees that come up and out. You can see the little areas. The tree that is next to the two of you on a 4, devouring trunk. All creatures, they're within the brambles forest. And are near a tree.
Ready to roll.
Are attacked by living trees that try to consume their soul. As a tree next to a mouth with teeth open up and like Evil Dead style, and arms come out trying to grab a hold of you to pull you into the tree. I will start with you. You already went, which means you don't get an evade. But this is a move. Well, you don't have any. You don't have any moves. You can't even try parrying it. Let's say it is a move you can try to parry. But unfortunately, you don't have any left.
I would say I wouldn't have run up if I had used my spell again. But that being said,
it's any tree. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, hand is off the chess piece. So
I mean, if you want to stay back here, I am fine with that. I'll just eat you back there instead.
Okay. That's fair. I think I was like 1 forward because I didn't use my full
cool.
movement.
I'll eat you there.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So there, it doesn't do a ton, but it does do something a little different. You take 4 points hit point damage, and you take 2 willpower damage as it starts draining your soul.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. You didn't spend it on that spell, so it's fine.
I rolled really bad. I just want you to know that was on 2d6. I rolled that for damage.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
The other ones that are ensnared, I only have 1 tree by. Burke, you want to be even or odd?
Oh, let's be odd.
All right, I rolled a 3. You do have an action left. You are charmed, but you can defend yourself while charmed. Would you like to use your ability to evade? Oh, wait.
Sure.
You're not tied to the ground. Yeah, you could still evade. All
I
right.
could defend, too. I have a shield.
You could defend, too. Yeah, up to you.
I'm going to parry.
If you want to parry, you can
parry?
even get a boon from serving hands if you want a boon to it.
Well, parry because I use my elementalism for that instead of evade.
All right.
Have a chance.
You got a boon for it for the parry it card?
Boon?
Yep.
Good. Because that natural 20 turned into a 2.
You don't take the 8 points and 3 points of willpower damage. As it bites and misses, unable to devour you, you can see behind you the trail of Georgia's soul being pulled into the tree next to her. Maria, are you by a tree? You are not by a tree. You are so lucky. Oh, I'm gonna do it to Maria, and no, doesn't happen to Clarabelle either. The other one we got was a 2, which is branch swipe. I'm gonna move from my tree to you, and take my branch swipe on you. Branches erupt from its bark, making a whip-like object. Let's see here. I do a D8 damage. 3 more points of damage to you, Georgia. And then the last one, we had a 6 I didn't use, yes, which is Soul Whisper. The one that hits you, that between the tree and it, they start whispering to you, Georgia. I've already used this power once today on you, and you were successful. So you do get a boon with a will roll to resist being charmed from the trees to be told to walk towards the pyre. So you get a boon to your roll. If you'd like another boon, we have a save card too if you need another one.
I'm all good. That was a 5 under 18.
Right. You have like an 18, don't you? I was gonna say. So I can't charm you, didn't do anything, no damage to you. That is all of my actions for section 2. That will take us to Maria. Oh, Maria. It's getting bad across the lake, or across the river. What would you like to do?
All right. So take a look at my character sheet real quick.
Also, I need 3d6 again from the audience for the monsters for their next action coming up after Maria.
Okay. So then, am I correct in assuming that, like, these are trees?
Any of the circles are trees.
Any of the
like circly looking. These are all tree trunks. All of this stuff is.
Okay.
These are just hollowed out ones. That's why they look different.
Right. Well, I think
3, 4, 4.
And this is this a river you said?
Yeah, it's a river.
Okay.
It's running right to left. Not super strong.
Yeah.
Like you can walk through it. It's just double move, or you can jump it.
So we can't banish them because we're technically in their realm right now.
Correct.
There's really no way for us to get them to our realm.
And you're guessing fire is not their weakness. It can, like normal trees, burning them would work, but these are circle of ash, and that's based around fire.
So my power affects brawl, so anything I touch.
That brawling is melee combat, like hand to hand. That's what brawl does.
So say I activated it and then stuck my hand in the river and started grabbing chunks of ice.
I mean, I guess you could definitely freeze some water and bring ice out. I wouldn't be opposed. It would does it cost you willpower, I assume, right?
It costs me willpower to activate it.
Yeah,
for an hour.
sure. You can pull chunks of ice out. Fucking why not? I don't know where you're going with this, MacGyver, but I am down.
Well, because I don't know, like I'm thinking if these bramble souls, if they're lit on fire, and this is Kelly and Maria right now without using intuition, like if they're lit on fire, then maybe being able to use, even if it's a small amount of ice, I know it's not going to be like the most effective, but because I remember you saying previously that there is something in every scene
Usually
that we can use against can use against these things.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's where I'm going with this.
Yep. Almost always.
And
not what I was thinking that thing was going to be.
well,
Frozen
I don't know if
ice
that's what
from
it's gonna
fist
be.
punching, from fist fishing. Like I didn't.
I'm willing to try. Like I don't, because I have my gun. I have a
Yeah,
magic weapon.
no, yeah. So you punch in and pull out a ice ball. We're back to high school rules.
I mean, if it doesn't work, then
Are you throwing this?
pull something else. Yeah.
Okay, so I have random item damage. I think stone is probably the closest thing. They do a d6. They are a thrown weapon. So you can throw an ice chunk if you want.
I thought you were making frozen boxing gloves and we're just gonna go melee on this guy.
Think about that.
Well, my brawl's not that great, so that's why.
It is an improvised weapon. Improvised weapons do cause a bane, but yeah, you are welcome to do it. I don't think we have anything that would really help you with a bane. Let me double check here.
Because if I'm throwing something, would that be athletics? Or no, acrobatics, I mean?
No, throwing objects is using your skill associated, I believe. Let me double check it. Because I talk about throwing daggers.
I'll check.
I think throwing is like a descriptor on specific.
Yeah,
weapons.
it's a descriptor on weapons.
Throwing
Look up
weapons
dagger
uses
and it has
same
it.
Skill.
I think it's the same skill. So brawl. I mean, I would assume it would be brawl. Like that only makes the most sense. You're throwing icy snowballs.
I mean, might as well.
Hey, you might be right. There's only one way to test the theory.
There's only one way to test theory, and it keeps me away from those trees too. So.
Yup. I would say this is a special attack, though. If you would like to use a special attack card, you can get a boon to wash out that bane. Do the maneuver.
Sure.
Improvised weapons are the best weapons.
I knew
There
it was
we go.
coming. I knew. Where is he at? So it's a wash. What's your range here?
He's in that adjacent dimension that's still using Pathfinder.
Right, that's true.
Skills, if the attack hits, staying 2 meters away.
So 9, so 18 meters.
Let me see if I can find range for thrown.
It'll be the same as a dagger, I'll say.
Okay.
It makes the most sense. I think unless I bring out my improvisation cards, I think they have your improv weapons. Like they have like random cards that you can pull to throw, but I don't have those out because I again wasn't expecting to have this. So right here, improv weapons.
Yeah, they actually don't list a distance. So, I think what I do is seeing that these things are like reaching out from the trees and attacking that way. I will
see if there's a range in here for you.
A lot of rules here, but I was thinking
throwing stuff is usually 4-meter range increments, as they said.
Okay.
And it's a bane for each range increment passed.
Right.
So you scoop up ice, jump the river.
Yeah, and then I have to be like 4. So I guess if I jump the river, let me make my acrobatics check first.
Sure.
Which I didn't necessarily make because I rolled the wrong dice type. I did make it.
D12s don't count, Kelly. That's cheating in this game.
I know. I rolled a D12 and I got 3, and I was like, yeah.
If we could just roll D12s, everybody would live in this game.
But I got a 12 out of 14 for the acrobatics.
Jesus Christ.
So I hop across 1, 2, and then I move forward 3, 4. I think my move is 7.
Fishing.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6.
Let me switch the map for you because you look like you just refreshed again, Allie.
Okay, so I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I accidentally moved myself. Cool. And then it's 2 squares, so
Every 4. There you go.
6 would put me there. We're using the special attacks.
I definitely don't have any cover now. I was going to say I had cover, but I don't fucking have cover now.
And then I got it.
Okay.
I actually got it.
Give me your D6 ice ball. I can't. This guy's looking in the other direction. It's like a kid sneaking up around the corner of a house and decking you with an ice ball. Maria literally came out of fucking nowhere. Yeah. She's like,
then
Charlie Brown getting smacked with getting his ear flaps rocked.
It's ear flaps.
So I got a 6 on the D6.
Oh my god.
And I don't
D6 damage, and you get brawl of strength or agility.
Brawl is strength.
So you get your strength dive bonus as well.
And I got 2 on that. So 8 points of ice damage.
Now we got to ask you a very important question. How deadly would you say this ice ball was, Kelly? Is it a green, blue, and purple card?
You know what?
Blue and purple. You used the green card. I apologize. Blue and purple. You want to?
Green.
Yeah.
I'll say it's I kind of want to see how effective this is.
I mean, we got cards, girl. You might as well spend them.
Okay, then yeah, let's just do both of them.
Okay, so we'll do a blue and we'll do purple. That is a D6 and a D8 extra damage.
Okay. So
if I die by ice ball, I swear to God.
And then
those are not words I thought I would say in this show.
I die by
that's
it's not on the agenda list tonight.
What? Okay, so it's 15 points. 15
in total. I did not die, but I do. When you hit it, it does blow a chunk of the bark out of the side of this thing, and the head like reforms and faces you, and it like slowly starts shifting bark to move towards you on its next action. 15 points is a lot. It does look like it blew a hole through it pretty well, and you don't know if it's the ice or that it was bludgeoning.
Okay.
But there is like, there's no frost on it because it wasn't a frost deck. It was a fucking ice ball.
Right.
But it did. It did fuck it up.
And then I think I've still got
movement left.
I've got 10 movement.
10 meters. So you move 6 squares. That's 12. Oh no, you were here. Sorry. You're at 10 meters right now.
I'm at 10 meters right now.
Yep. These are units. So it'd be
each square is 2 meters.
2 meters.
Keep it up
right.
too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a way to change the unit measurement. It just counts squares.
Movement is 10. 4.
I do. There is
Hold on just a second, because I've got.
There is a speed card. I was going to say to make yourself move faster.
No, I can move. For some reason, I have it wrong on my sheet. I can move 1 square because my speed is 7 squares total. Because I'm 10.
Oh, you're
plus
14
my agility
speed.
Bonus. Yes, I'm 14 speed.
Okay, all
right. So
and there is speed bonus in here somewhere too. I'm trying to find what card it was that gives you a speed bonus. Maybe I'm thinking of Monday. I am thinking of Monday. There's no speed bonus card in this one.
Well, still. So then there's
Monday and Lysynthia.
I know I'm probably still gonna get got, but I'm gonna move back here.
Oh, okay.
To move back towards the lake, and then I'm going to
get more ice balls.
Yeah, I mean, and since I already drew this thing's attention,
you did.
I'm going to shout to Georgia, because they're probably all going to come towards me. I say it's either ice or it's bludgeoning.
Okay. Heads up to Georgia.
And I think you just see Maria, like, there's a whip in one hand and then just like a snowball in the other.
So we got, do we do another round of D6s from the audience here? I think I saw a 3, a 4, and a 4. All right, so we'll start at the one on Georgia with a 3, which means I'm giving up my chance to evade. Grinding Thorns, as it's walking across between the tree and it, they make thorns that go around the tree in you, and they start to move and constrict, almost sawing into your skin. You can try to evade it if you have any left. I don't think you do. It is an athletics to get out of this on your turn, and they do a D10 damage per round you are stuck in them. I did a whopping 2 hit points.
Okay.
They start sawing into you. This one also does that. Everybody is charmed, but I'm not going to attack you guys. I'm moving towards Maria. Because they're charmed. I want them to go into the fire.
Right.
Why does this freeze it? Alchemy just froze on me. Alchemy, no! Thank you.
Got hit with that ice ball.
It did. It fucked my life up. All right. What I wanted to do was measure. From here to here. Can I get within range? And get close. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to reboot Alchemy here. Alchemy, you're being mean to me. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it at all. I'm going to switch it out. Turn the door on. I can move next to her. That was a 4 again. Same thing. Vines wrap around you. You do not have an action left. Maria, you also take 2 points of damage. Are you fucking kidding me?
I take 0 because I have armor.
Of course you do. The other one, I know, I just forgot. The other one goes and moves forward. It was a 4, 4, and was it 3, 4, and 6? So 3. 3 was soft. 4 is devouring trunk. I miss. Didn't do enough damage to you. This tree is trying to eat you. That was the same thing. One opens up. The other one walks forward, does the same thing. He's not going to use tree. I'm actually going to re-roll that one because it doesn't make sense for them both to be doing the same. He is going to do branch swipe. He is going to swing and try to hit you with his branch for 3 points of damage. I'm assuming your armor sucks that up too.
Yeah, because if we're using normal rules, I have armor rating 4, and then if we're using the advanced rules, I get +2 versus slashing.
Yeah, we are using the advanced rules. So I slash and miss. That is all of my big baddies' turns. I really expected a better round for these guys. Now it goes to him. He is not sticking around. He starts running this way into the forest.
I mean, he's smart.
And then it goes to Burke. Burke, it is your turn. You have a couple options. You can take actions, but you must move towards the fire. Or you can use your action, if you have one left, to try to fight against the charm.
I evaded.
So you can't.
But do I still get a movement?
You still get move, yeah.
But no action.
Yeah, you get your action.
So I have to move towards the fire.
It forces movement. You have to move your move towards the fire. Opening is here on the tree edge, the tree trunk. You must touch fire to take fire damage. So you get to there, so you're not in the fire yet. Inside, you can see they look like really small, spiny, briar, like thorny built elves, but they're short. And they're hanging on vines out of the inside of the tree. There are 3 or 4 of them in here. It's kind of hard to tell through all the vines and the fire. And they're chanting in this trunk in Fae. Or Sylvan, sorry, in Sylvan. That was your turn. That takes us to Claybell. She is locked in place. I'm going to use my action to fight it off. I have a Bane. I am successful, though. She shakes it off. She tells you, sister, drop the goddamn spell. And she wants to be able to move towards you to help.
I drop it as a free action.
Ooh, wait, good choice. Do I save my sister or help Burke? No, I'm gonna help Burke. Kindled spirits forced into arranged marriages. She runs to you on her action. That would take us to Regder.
I'm gonna try and fight it off.
All right. Will it Bane? Would you like at a cost? At a cost will give you a remove a condition, because I know you have agility condition in case you're worried about that. Or are you just going to roll this first and worry about your agility condition later?
What does Daze do again?
It's just
you
have a Bane on anything agility.
No, fuck that. Yeah, let's use that card.
Okay, but then on your next roll, you get a Bane on your next evade, whenever it is. Just that's what at a cost does.
Okay.
All right, good with that. All right, so we'll use that one. That's a Serving Hands card. And then Will of Bane.
Woo! Rolled a 9 and a 3. I am good.
9 and a 3. You are good. That is your action. That takes us to Shuffle Life. To start the new round, you see the fire inside start to grow taller. This is to the entire party. As the singing continues, I'm going to turn our music back on. As the singing continues inside, Burke and Claybell can see that these creatures are puppeting the bramble souls outside. It's obvious. Their movements are identical to what these things are doing. That's that action. That's just the fire round wrap up. I'm going to re-roll initiative and shuffle it. I'll move 3 to the bottom wherever he is. Ooh, he was 2. You got lucky. 3 here. I'll move the fire to the bottom. It looks like they are going last this round. No reason to spend any cards. I will hide this guy from the initiative tree. It starts with Maria. All my guys go last, but that does mean I have evades now if I really want to.
Right, so I'm surrounded, kinda. But
that one definitely has reach. They have 1 square or a 2 square reach.
Yeah, so because the one's right in front of me, and I said my hand was empty as I chucked the snowball or the ice chunk from the river, I'm going to use that hand to draw my Morning Star.
Okay.
And see if it's bludgeoning, because this way this will help me confirm.
All right. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
And that is that falls under hammers.
Yes, it does.
Okay, which I do have training in. I'm gonna patch that just because I want to confirm my theory.
Patch, or you can push for a condition too.
I'm gonna patch it for now.
All right.
I'm glad I did. I got 12 on a 13.
Okay.
Morning Star damage, I think. Oh, let's see. Equipment. I'm just gonna check it here real quick. Because I normally don't use my Morning Star. It's 2d8.
Oh.
Plus 4 from my strength.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to evade this if you're successful. I'm assuming you hit the one you're swinging at the one you already hit.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, are they evading or no?
I need to know if you hit first.
I did hit.
Oh, you hit? Yeah, I will evade. Not only did I not evade, I rolled a fucking 20.
Okay. Well,
I stepped into that bitch as hard as possible.
I got 16 points of damage.
Take double damage.
Christ.
So I got 16, 32.
32.
I rolled almost max damage.
It blows apart, and you're pretty sure you're bypassing any form of like fluid armor they have from being moving. It is definitely bludgeoning.
Okay, so then as my free,
toasty.
I shout to everybody. I'm like, it's bludgeoning. Bludgeoning damage will
just
take care of them. as whoever is not charmed just sees this thing just go.
Oh,
right in
charmed.
front
They
of
can
me.
still see. Their legs are forced to move.
Right, but I'm like,
yeah.
so. If
Bludgeoning it up.
What? Yeah.
Are you moving?
I think
Should've
what I'm
brought a
gonna
water.
do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna move around this way to here.
Okay.
So that because you said like some of the attacks spring from like the actual trees or the tree trunks.
Yeah,
or
any of the
whatever. I wanna be
trunks.
near
Yeah,
those.
if you're within
I wanna
one
be-
square.
Well, that's why I'm positioning myself to not be
I
in
can't.
one
I
square.
can't bite you in siphon soul.
And then when I see, like, I don't know if I see this, so what I'll say instead is,
There are cracks in the tree. You can definitely see Burke in it in the fire. You don't see the creatures inside. Not from outside.
but what I will say instead to the group is, these creatures are normally, Fae who refuse to be reborn. If we were back, if this was happening back on the material, we could banish them, but we can't because technically we're in their home.
Right. No banishing.
you've got-
no purging. None of that stuff.
Right. No banishing, no purging. But if you've got anything that might be able to, I don't know. I'm just something I remember from. Yeah, I'm just spitballing. Like between
Hit him with bludgeoning.
between the ice and the bludgeoning and their.
Maria's
thing-
trying to make up for being gone for 2 weeks. Everybody.
Correct.
It's working.
That's what's really going on here. Let's be real. With that said,
Serving hands.
it is clobbering time here. Let me pull that back up. I just realized it went off. According to her, it is clobbering time. That is true. With that, the next person up is Georgia. Georgia, you are currently entangled. You would have to use your action to get out of it, or you can attack at a bane from it. That includes spell casting, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not going to do an attack just yet.
Because I will automatically do another D10 damage to you next round if you're inside this saw of fucking thorns. Just giving you so you know,
yeah,
so I'm not.
I'll break it. I'll break it. I'm gonna break it.
All right, it's athletics.
Athletics.
Sure is.
You mean just straight strength?
Oh, sorry. Acrobatics is athletic stuff. I apologize.
Oh, even worse than my strength.
Yeah.
Great news. Cool. Would there be any boon or bane considering that I also use this spell?
This is not that spell.
Shit.
It's not a spell. This is just an
Okay,
ability
okay,
of the
okay.
trees himself. There is nothing I can give you for bonuses
I'm at a
right
7.
now. A 7
I'm
is
at
enough
a
to break
7.
out. Where would you like to move to? You can move 1 square away from where you are for free, and then you get your movement.
I'm gonna move right here. And Georgia is going to look back at this guy over here, and she's just gonna go, refuse to move on, eh? We'll see to it that you die twice. And I'm gonna go ahead and move back just a little bit so that I am like back to back with my brother. And
You're
I'm
standing
going
next to 2 trees. Actually, sorry.
Okay.
You're standing next to 2 trees.
My
He's
map
like
didn't
being
load,
dragged
okay?
forward.
Is this better? I really can't see the
No, now you're standing
Oh, you
in
can't.
one.
You can't see the
Fucking
map.
move.
Here, hold on. Here, let me help you. Because I forgot you keep crashing and having to reset.
yeah, I'm so sorry.
That's
Go
okay.
here.
Hold on here. Hold on here. Here.
There,
Does this
yeah,
help you?
That'll do.
Now can you see it?
Christ on a bike.
Does it
I
work?
could for a second, but now I can't.
Oh,
move,
here.
I just switched
so-
it back. It should be fine for you now. God, I will move you.
Alrighty,
God
there we
damn it.
go.
Stop moving your character. Stop it. Stop it. You're fucking killing us.
Sorry.
You're gonna get us murdered. Actually, no. Actually, continue.
Alright.
What am I saying? No, go into the forest. Run into the forest.
Okay.
Run into the forest, child. Run.
And yeah, you guys are going to see Georgia start to like crack her bones a little bit.
Does this?
And
Can you
that-
see the
that's
map
my
now,
turn.
Georgia? Can you see it now? Is it working
Yes.
for you? Okay,
Yes,
good.
I can.
All right,
yes,
great.
thank you.
Just so you know, you launched your ass all the way over here into the woods, and it was about to get real ugly. So that is your action. You are.
Remember Remember the end of Hellraiser?
Correct. You are charmed still, but you are held in place by your sister's spell. How long does
Wait,
that spell? Yeah.
No, I made it.
Oh, you're not charmed. You're just in her
Not charmed.
brambles. You're just in her brambles.
Correct.
How long does it last?
I would have dropped it.
How long does it last normally, though? Just curiosity.
Until you do an evade. Basically,
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. So you just drop it and you can get out. All right.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? You also spent that card, so you no longer have your condition for dazed.
Agility, right. He's gonna move here.
Okay. These are trees, just so you know. The little ones.
both the options that he had aren't gonna work. Or actually, no, he'll move over here next to
His sister?
next to Georgia.
All right.
Bludgeoning, you're saying I can't use an axe because trees. No,
Not
all
trees, though. There's no solid core.
And that's what I say. There's no solid core. You're hitting spirit
Eric,
stuff.
can I see these douchebags hanging from the vines inside the tree?
I'm sorry. No, you would have to be in the tree to see them.
Lame.
They have cover.
Okay.
It's not lame. It makes sense. You can't see through trees. Can't see through schools. You sure shit can't shoot through them. So what do you want to do?
This one's focused on Maria. She's changing. I've seen you change enough times now, I think. Does it just take a round, or is it like a process?
For who? For Georgia to shapeshift?
Yeah, for Georgia.
I think unless you
roll for it.
I think unless you
No,
tap
it's,
right, it's a ritual, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to tap ley lines, remember?
Yeah, it's a ritual in this version. So if she taps ley lines, she can do it in one round.
But it takes a little bit.
Yep.
He's
Well,
either
if
one
she-
round or it is a stretch, depending if she's casting the spell, which is a stretch, or if she taps ley line, she does it in one round.
Which is what I'm planning to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is
Oh, you
all
want
I've
to tap
got.
ley lines
so,
here? Let's go.
He's
Hey.
gonna unsling his
Can't get
rifle
more fucked
and
up.
like
Take a shot.
kind of rest it next to her.
Okay.
Like on her as she's kind of moving around, like hold still. And I'm gonna take a pot shot at
Right next
Number
to her
3.
ear. I hope
Nothing
you've
like
got earplugs,
nothing like
Georgia.
making your lovely siblings deaf. I have so many comments that I want to say, but we're not gonna do it. Like, don't miss. And
no. The barrel is past her. I'm talking about like the stock or not.
because otherwise, George is
the
dead.
end of the barrel is
Like,
past her.
if you hold on to this, Clan.
What is it? A bullet.
Range is short, no penalty. You only have a penalty to evade right now, and you're pretty much good to go.
God damn.
I am going to try to evade if you do hit, though.
Almost was a 1. No, I rolled a 2. So
Oh, even better.
I'm definitely hitting.
I evade.
Hey, Drew, real
You
quick.
evaded?
Yeah, I evade.
Is your it doesn't matter because he evaded, but is your rifle magical?
Yeah.
It is magical. 1s and 2s are twos are considered 1s.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So I can't
Yeah.
evade it because I would also need a 1, and I don't have that.
See, I am making up for me being gone for 2
I
weeks.
was gone for 2 days.
Kelly,
Look at
you've
me, I'm
already
such
made
a
up for it. Did you not hear me when I was saying to keep going? You're MVP all the time. It doesn't matter.
damn it. Well, I didn't. I
Doesn't matter if
dodged.
you're here or not.
I dodge. You trace the line. You get the line. What's your damage?
That's a very good question.
I do have armor because it is a piercing shot.
But I crit, right? So it's double damage.
Or you can take an extra action at Bane. It's piercing. It only has
Yeah.
armor versus certain things. I don't get armor
mean-
versus bludgeoning.
Oh yeah, that's right. It does.
Mhm. That's the burrowing.
That's the.
He's got burrowing on his weapon already. He could do that, but he's better off doing extra damage. Extra damage or extra attack? What do you want, buddy?
Extra damage.
All right, so you double your damage.
And I'm gonna hit Dragon Slayer here too for.
Yeah, do you hit that after? I think you have to hit that before your shot, don't you?
You activate the ability after you roll to hit.
Well, then let's
before
also
you roll damage.
Why don't we get you some cards too? What do you think?
I think that's a wonderful idea.
We will get you some cards. We will get you blue, a green. Do you want a purple as well?
I don't know about I don't want to waste a purple with it.
I mean, all right. So blue and green, so D4 and D6 extra.
No. Actually, I will.
I was like,
I don't.
I mean, look, you do you, but I'm gonna slaughter people just as a heads up. Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, we'll push all the buttons.
Pushing all the buttons. So that's a D4 through a D8.
Copy that. Where the fuck? Here we go.
I don't know what you're looking for. I can't help you.
It's fine. I'm looking for the.
Do you not have your damage?
No, it's 2d6. I was looking for all the.
Maybe you should write it on your character sheet.
I thought I did.
I mean, we're only like 6 episodes in.
I know.
It's like you should do your homework like I do mine.
Growing recoil inaccuracy.
You fucker.
No, I'm not gonna. If I added a Bane, I could. Add
Too late. You would have to do that beforehand.
Yeah. So okay, let's go. So this is a D4, D6, D8.
Mm-hmm. Those are Starju's, Serving Hands, and Nessie. Yep, from the cards. On top of your normal damage. You do not double card damage, just weapon damage. You only double weapon damage, just as a heads up.
Yeah, only double weapon damage. So Dragon Slayer does not
count.
Correct. So you roll that stuff separate.
But it's still there. All right. So it's 4d6 for the
Can't believe I wasted an evade on that too. That fucking sucks. That sucks so bad.
Oh man, that's horseshit. I rolled 2 1s on the d6s.
On the for your gun.
Yeah.
All right, 4 damage. That's awesome.
No. I rolled 4d6. So let's see.
Well, your weapon damage is the only one that doubles. That's why I said that. So make sure those are separate.
Yeah, no, I rolled the green dice for it, but I rolled 4d6 instead of just rolling 2 and doubling it.
All right, so what's your total then?
6.
Ignoring 2 armor.
11.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
27.
27. Ignoring 2. I take damage. I do not go down. You rip a hole through it. I dodge into it instead of away from it because you tracked it perfect. You faked them out with your lining up your rifle. You used your sister's hair as cover. I fucking missed the shot. And that takes us to Burke. Burke, you're inside. You did not make your will save yet, correct?
Not.
Which means you walk into the fire this round.
Oh, okay.
And that ends the will, obviously. I can't put it below you, so I'm just going to kind of hide you there.
When it started, because that's if you die, that's when the will comes into effect. Never mind.
No. You take 10 points of fire damage. I don't know if you have any resistances to fire, being who you are.
Armor doesn't affect that because it's energy damage. Is
Correct. Yeah, it does not.
Right.
It
if
does
it's Pathfinder, I'd have resistance to fire, but we don't
Wrong game.
here, so no, I take 10 damage.
10 fire damage.
Burns off my 9 temporary hit points from the booze.
You hear the chanting louder now. They are... Do you speak Sylvan?
No.
Okay. And then you know they're chanting. That's all I will say for you. What would you like to do with your action?
Get out of the fire.
Can't. You used your move already. You're in the fire this round. That's how move works.
You can give up your action to make a move.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. If you want to know No, you can't. You cannot
You
give
have
up.
more move.
You can't. You have more move left though. You only move 1 square. You can use the rest of your move to get out, and then have your action. You can't give up an action to do move in this game. It's move and action. I don't think there's anything that lets you give up, unless someone can correct me if they can find it, but I'm pretty sure it's move, action. There's no hot swap, but you have move left. So you are on fire as a heads up. There is fire on you. You are on fire.
Whew. All right, step back out. Like, I don't like it, but they're all inside the fire. All of the whatever's doing this, they're here.
Let's put the fire out.
You have an action left.
Right. I have a spell that does extinguish. Oh, it's candles, torches, and lanterns.
I would count it for this though. If you want to roll the Bane, I'd give you a chance to put this out.
Yeah, didn't you? I feel like we did
Maybe
this once
tap a ley
already.
line?
He did. I gave him a Bane because it was a larger bonfire.
Yeah.
I was going to douse the room that was on fire, but the Fawn Lord, whatever his name is, he
Oh,
Fawn
right.
Prince.
he
Yeah.
put it out anyway.
Yep.
When he showed up.
But yeah, if you want to do the Bane, I'd be 100% fine with you just putting the fire out with a successful cast.
Okay.
Just fucking.
Just fucking walks into
brushes
it like
the fire
Khaleesi.
off.
It's like,
I got a 19.
fucked.
I missed.
Oh, he's still on fire. Okay. Next round, you'll take a D6. Every round you will until you get the fire put out. You can do other actions while you are on fire. With that said, I think that goes to Claybell. Claybell, look, you run out. She's like, shit. Looks back, sees you're still on fire, but sees all the creatures inside. I should be like, you're gonna be all right. Are you good? Like to Burke, as he's like still on fire. Because
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
either
fine.
gonna help you or do something inside.
Oh, do something inside.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Fire
Fire and I are old friends.
She puts her hands to the ground and raises them up, and she pulls 4 skeletons out of the ground from dead bodies that were in there, and they start attacking the sprites in the room. Success, success, success. Each one of the sprites takes 6 points of damage. Fuck. All right. That transfers. That one's gone. 1 sprite's hanging. This one took 6. That's that. 6 to this one. You all see the brambles that are left outside shimmer a little bit, and like pieces of their bark get pulled off and thrown to the ground. And that would take us to the beginning of the next round. I'm going to get rid of who's left in here? 2 and 3, or 1 and 3? 1 and 3. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of 2 because 2 is dead. And then I can just use the actual actions now for the 2. We're going to reshuffle for the round. Obviously, fire doesn't count. We start with a bramble. Would anyone like to use a initiative? We have a 1, 2, and a 4 if somebody wants to take the place of the bramble. Second action. You can basically hot swap your 5, Maria, for a 4 if you wanted.
I'll hot swap.
All right. We'll use a 4 for a niche. That will be... Let's see here. Looks like Star Drew? Star Drew. All right. That...
Kelly, you swapped 4 for a 5. Is that what you said?
I think I swapped 5 for a 4.
5 for a 4. She's 5.
Or sorry, right.
She's just swapping with this guy.
I'm gonna swap the 1 for the 3.
Oh, okay.
Or sorry, 1 for 2.
1 for 2. All right.
Yeah.
You're first. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna take another shot at this guy. At Bramble Soul 3.
All right, roll to hit. I do have evades. That was serving hands for the 1.
I rolled a 4 that time, so it can evade if it needs to.
I want to try. I rolled a... You rolled a what to hit?
4.
I rolled a 9. I still evade. Under my skill. That's all that matters. It doesn't have to be under yours.
Okay.
I dodged, but that wastes my action. The other one will still get its action. I'm going to roll a d6 this time instead of the audience. I got a 5. New ability, Forest's Call. The Bramble Soul screams out that is next to Maria. When it does, you see spirits start to float from the trees. As 4 spirits, or 1d4 spirits appear. 3 I got. To assist in combat for 1 round. They are going to go 1 on Maria, 1 on Claybell, and 1 on Regder. All fly in to hit. These do have to roll to attack, though. I miss Maria. I hit Claybell. I hit Regder. Regder, you take 3 points of damage.
I'm guessing armor does not apply.
Armor does not apply because they are spirits. That is correct.
Okay.
She takes 3 as well. That's that thing's action. That takes us to Burke. Burke, you're still on fire.
I am.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to put it out.
All right.
I don't put it out.
Still burning. You take a d6 damage. You take 2 points of fire damage. You got move left. Do you want to be standing where you are?
Dawson 80 played this card.
I currently have my actions coming up for both of them.
I think I'll go.
Audience
I wanna
2d6,
go to-
please.
And away from the trees, I guess.
Okay. Smart.
Dawson 80 played this card.
And that is the end of your turn. Goes to Maria.
All right.
Dawson 80 played this card.
There's a spirit on you. It's slowly
Yeah.
fading away right now.
Because I don't know exactly what's going on in here.
Mm-hmm.
I see some stuff's falling off this, but I don't want to risk it.
A 6.
Yes. So I'm going to stop it. I'll go into attack.
Okay.
Morningstar.
Yep. It's still mid-scream. There's pieces being pulled off of it, which doesn't make any sense from the outside. There's just skeletons inside raking these little shits apart.
Yeah, I got a demon.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't know if anything
Demon
happens
is a
besides-
mishap. Yeah, demon is a mishap. Melee attack, right?
Yeah.
Hold on here.
Too
But I
bad.
will mark my XP.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I would. Hold on here. Oh, demon. I'm looking to see where the failed chart is. I don't see it. I thought they maybe had the failed chart so I could roll it in here. We haven't had a demon on an attack roll, I don't think. Have we?
If we have it,
It's been a long time.
Card, well, hot down.
I believe you
I can't
drop.
think of one.
I think if you drop your weapon, I think is how it works, if I remember
No.
correctly.
Oh, it says if you roll a demon when attacking in melee, you miss your target and you cannot push the roll.
Oh, you can't push it. There's no mishap. There's mishap rules, though.
It's on page 46. You might also suffer an additional mishap roll on the table below. If the result is unreasonable, the GM decides the effect.
A 46, you said?
Yeah, page 46.
46. Let's see. D6. I'll roll.
Next to the Darkwing Duck.
Yeah,
page.
it's next to Darkwing Dark. You're using your Morningstar, right?
Yeah.
I'll have the audience roll it. What did we get? Was our roll a 6 they rolled earlier? We used the
6,
first roll. You hit yourself by mistake, so you swing through it as it's reforming. Clip yourself. Roll damage as usual, but without any damage bonus.
Okay.
As it kind of splits in half from getting pulled apart inside.
Right.
And then you can't patch a demon.
No. I know.
No. I was telling serving hands.
Oh. So it's going to be 9 minus my armor. I clocked myself real hard for 5 points.
Oh, hit yourself in the shin. You ever?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever been hammering something and miss and hit yourself? It fucking hurts.
Yeah, it does.
I'm so glad I have
hurts
armor.
so bad. Drew, did you do that this weekend, building your box? This seems like a recent mishap for you. That look was one of familiarity.
That's not pain. That's a memory.
That's a memory. That was
fucking idiot.
Yeah, that was a permanent mental scar.
God.
Probably a physical one too.
Probably a physical one too, man. I bashed myself in the shin so hard. Oh.
I remember the moment I realized my father was changing in his ways. He was on a roof and he slammed the hammer into his thumb and he was like, ow. Oh, ow. Ow. Instead of losing his goddamn mind.
Yeah, no, it's never good. But not as bad as this. The first one goes with a 1. Betraying growth. Brambles erupt from the ground, entangling a target. I feel like Georgia is who I want to hit with this. Georgia, do you wish to use your action to evade?
Who's doing this?
I am. I'm erupting brambles out of the ground.
He evaded.
I mean,
we have 2 actions.
Either way, so yeah, let's go.
How do I get this
Let's
power?
go.
Right?
You roll a 1. I don't get them when I roll because I have no rolls.
10 under 12.
10 or 12.
Nice.
All right, so you dodge the brambles that erupt from the earth. I am going to move as well to here. The other one, after Maria smashes herself in the shin, I am going to use... I didn't roll well. I rolled a 3. Or not 3, a 2. I got branch swipe again for D8. You don't have an action left either. For 6 points of damage. Your armor will suck some of that up, but I got you pretty good there.
Is it slashing?
It is slashing.
I take no damage.
Cool.
It's just chainmail, but it gets +2 versus slashing.
God.
Oh,
Cool story, bro.
Christ.
Cool story, bro.
Kelly, do you remember what I said roughly 6, maybe 7 minutes ago? I'm gonna refer you back to that comment.
Cool
If somebody could just clip that, please.
Cool
Jesus
story.
fucking Christ.
Cool story, bro.
Is it slashing? Fuck you.
I didn't get to do anything. I'm done.
Christ.
Georgia used her action. You do have your move. Would you like to move, Georgia?
Honestly, no. I. You know what? I will.
You
will
evaded.
just go
You have
right-
to move 1 square. Yep. There we go.
Yeah. There we go.
Huh.
That's me, y'all. That's me.
I am with my next action. I am gonna wade in with a mace.
I'm crying.
While these skeletons continue pulling these things apart. Successful. Unsuccessful. Unsuccessful. Her attack. Definitely successful. I do 2d6. You said bludgeoning, right? Because I use a mace. Yeah, so she clobbers another one. You see this one losing, like, its currently formed limb. Its chest cavity is ripped open. It is alive, but barely. And then the other one is losing pieces, but still standing. Standing pretty strong. We go into the next round, right? That'd be next round. We shuffle. Fire does not go first. I'm going to put this down here. Come on. Or not. Fire. Come on, Fire. You can do this. I have faith in you, Fire. There we go. So, does anyone want to use an initiative card to swap? For example, probably Burke and Regder should probably looking at hot swapping here.
I would also be interested in getting ahead of this thing that can make me not take an action. Come on to its way.
So we do, if you want a 2, we do have a 2 from serving hands. So we'll move you up 1. Does anybody want a ability to go at 3?
Todd, do you want it?
I think you should go.
Yeah, I'll take the 3.
All right. 3. He goes to 4 now. Burke, do you want to go before the one in front of you? Because basically, remember, they get their first action on the first one, their second action on the second one.
I guess so.
I mean,
we'll use the card.
I mean, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you need a 7. We can get you a 7.
4.
I do have a 4. If you want to go before all of them, we can do that too. So we'll put you all the way up here. So the whole team goes before them besides Claybell. Start at the top, Maria. That was Stardrew, Serving Hands, and Allie.
All right. I'm gonna try not to hit myself in the shin this time.
I mean, hey,
good plan.
Sometimes it happens.
I successfully did not hit myself in the shin. I got an 11 out of 14.
I'm gonna try to evade. I'm unsuccessful. Unsuccessful evade.
Okay. This is gonna be
probably the end of me.
The 2d8 plus 4.
Would you like a green card and a blue card to up this damage?
Well, let's see. So I've got 13 points already.
Now what I mean.
Is that enough to kill it or no?
13 points on that. Yes, on that one it is. That is enough to kill that one. That one's really damaged. I'll keep him in the initiative order. I'm just going to move him off to the side just because the other guy still gets 2 actions. So I'm just going to move it off to the side as a counter.
And then I'm going to... That's a tree. I don't want to get too close to that.
I wasn't expecting that. I'm hoping to do more damage.
1, 2, 3. Actually, I'll move next to Burke.
He's on fire.
Yeah, I can't really do anything now, but maybe I can try and help with my frost touch next round.
There is torchlight here. You can see. It is Burke. That was Maria. That goes to Georgia. 1 is left.
All right, I think with 1 being left and with her getting like caught up in the brambles, essentially, she's gonna stop cracking her knuckles and she's like, God damn it. And she is going to pull out a yellow-looking stone and throw it on the ground. And we're gonna see if it actually works.
What is it?
It sure does. That is going to be a 6 under 14. That is lightning flash.
What does that do?
I'm calling lightning. It's different than fire, and trees don't like it.
You have lightning powers? When did this happen?
Yeah. Oh, I've had this spell in my arsenal for a while.
Fuck me. Do I get a roll to evade? How does this spell work? How does this work, Allie?
If it is cast successfully, which it just was, it's 2d6 damage.
So no evade.
The flash continues to another random target within 2 meters of the target, but
nobody's in 2 besides you.
That fucking tree is.
Oh, are you? No, you're not either. Oh, yeah, you're not either. You're fine. The tree will get hit. It doesn't matter. There's trees.
That tree was. And
the tree gets
hit
too. How much damage do I take here?
That is a max damage and a 1 for a total of 7 damage.
Do you want any blue or green cards to add to this for extra damage?
Let's go for it, yeah.
All right, we'll do another one of those and another one of those, so you get an extra D4 and a D6. Mm-hmm. Those are from Stardrew and Allie. Yeah, cool. Paying it forward to yourself.
You said a D4 and a D6.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Green and blue. I just take them from the bottom and go up.
D4, D6. Let's go. Extra 7.
Okay, so what's your total?
14.
14 damage. All right. I am still up, but I do not get armor versus that. So, still up. Then it goes to your brother, Drew. What you doing with Regner? 1 standing. Not looking great. Claybell has summoned skeletons. Something horrible's happening in the tree. There are tiny little screams. You can now hear him. It is audible.
He's gonna take a step up and he's gonna quick shot pull his 6-shooter and add a bane and try and fan this guy. 7 and a 3. I hit.
All right. I have 2 actions left. I'm gonna try to evade. I rolled another fucking demon.
Ooh.
Double your dice damage. Bro, I thought these guys were gonna. I'm like, these are gonna be dangerous. This is gonna be a great fight. We don't got shit up in here.
So what does that do when they fumble
It's a crit. It's a crit for you. I'm just giving you double damage.
Double damage.
I step into it again. Apparently they're not used to these nimble bodies. Also, the people controlling were getting the shit kicked out of them by skeletons and a mace and the fiery trunk. I mean, they're not having a real good time. It's hard to puppeteer when someone's swinging a bat at you. Like,
yeah.
Like, let's ask Danny. Danny, can you still play cucumber when someone's swinging a bat at you?
That's not a good backstage experience.
What is this? This is. Could you imagine if hardcore training for a puppeteer was getting hit with objects while puppeteering?
Oh my god! I mean, I'd love to see it. Okay, so
bonus round.
So the first D6 is a crit, so it's 2D6. I took the Bane, so I add another bullet, so that's another base weapon damage.
Okay.
So does that mean? Does that D6 also double because it's still weapon?
It's
damage?
weapon damage. Yep. Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep. It is what happens. Throw out the strength.
Fuck it. I'll use Dragon Slayer again.
Blow those willpower points, right?
Yep.
What could go wrong?
I mean, hopefully, not my damage dice. All right. Oh God, that's so much better than last time. Okay, 10, 23 points.
23? That's enough. It's dead. I don't even have enough to armor to suck it up after that damage. Does this one get shot in it?
Michael Jordan.
Balls of... God damn it.
Love it.
Been a while.
Michael Jordan.
No. As this one gets blown apart as well, the fire inside of this dies out in a matter of moments. Burke, your fire also dies out when this fire dies out. On your chest, there is a tiny husk of a sprite that was hanging on to you. And it's a small one, and it had some thorns in your skin. But when the fire dies out, it turns just into like an object instead of being a moving creature. She walks out and she waves her hand, and like all the skeletons just and fall apart inside. She goes, "I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get the fuck out of here."
Find this Fawn Prince. Go.
Hey, yeah, where is he?
Where's who?
Also, who's the little bastard that hip-topped to the candy shop off the way? The guy that was sewing that thing. Where did he go? Who was he?
He ran back the way that I came from. He seemed very surprised and worried when he saw this happening.
Thank the keeper.
Yeah, you should have been.
By the way, good to see you. How you feeling?
A little hungover?
It's...
It feels like I missed a couple days.
I feel like maybe I went to a thaumaturge convention.
Is that like a BDSM convention in this game? What the fuck is that?
No, it's just Gen Con.
It's just Gen Con.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which we'll see you on Wednesday.
Right.
Next week.
Is your badge still clean?
Surprisingly, yes. My badge is still clean.
Georgia is gonna walk up to Maria and pull out a vial and hand it over and be like, just drink this and I think you'll feel a little better.
How wounded is everybody as we kind of cut into... I'm assuming we're going to take a stretch rest, right?
I mean, can
Oh, no,
we
you
here?
can't. The only person who slept was Maria.
Yeah.
I'm down 5 hit points, but...
So who's drinking the potion? And would you like a medical science to add another card?
Oh, it's a vial. It's not a potion.
Oh, what's in the vial?
It's George's hangover cure.
Oh, god damn it.
Damn it.
Tastes like lemongrass and Bloody Mary mix.
Capsaicin.
mean, that's
I feel like
basically
I
a
already
Bloody
sweated
Mary.
out most of the hangover after I got into this
Well, I don't think that's gonna
portal.
heal
realm.
you. We can, if you guys want to take a few healing cards. We do have some cards left for emotional healing. Or if the group wants to take rest in here, you could, but that's up to you if you think that's
That is a horrible idea.
a smart play.
Georgia could stand watch.
I'm down. Can we use emotional healing without using a potion or taking a rest?
You can use emotional healing that way, yes.
Okay. I'm down 3 hit points, so if we've got them, I'll take them.
We do. Hold on here.
But I'm only down 3. Is there someone that needs them more? Or do we have
let
Did
me
you lose all your temporary hit points too?
Hey, you guys did
from
share a
the-
drink in the tavern, remember?
Yeah, we had to roll individually for that, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's a D10.
I just remember rolling like shit. I think I had
mean-
like 2 extra hit points.
Let me look and see for you if we have enough emotional healing cards. I'm pretty sure
I had
we
rolled
do.
a 9, and that's what saved my bacon today.
Nice. Nice.
Kind of singed, but
Yeah.
not really.
Mm-hmm.
And I recalculated mine with my temp HP, and I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm
Yes,
the
there
most hurt with
is
5.
there
I guess I'd be
is
down
emotional
1 then,
healing
so
cards.
I'll just need 1 then.
How many do we need in total in the party? How many total hit? It's 1 hit point per.
6, because I am down 5.
Okay. So 6 from you. How many for Drew?
Just 1.
Yeah, I'm saying 6 total as far as.
Oh,
I know, 'cause I
oh,
need
I'm
the
sorry.
5.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. And Burke, how bad are you?
Just 3. I don't know. We really need it.
I mean, in this game, I will tell you,
Take
you
'em.
probably should always heal yourself when you get a
Take 'em,
chance.
Todd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take 3.
All right, so let me go to our activity feed. So 6, 7, 8, 9, so 10 in total, right? Between everybody, correct?
Yeah, I just played one, so.
Okay. All right.
Make up for
To make up for you, I had to heal myself. I'm making up for it. All right. Play cards and emotional heals. The site is being very slow here. I just want to be able to pull it up. I'm using my phone instead. All right, so we have Star Drew, serving hands, Star Drew, serving hands. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 from Allie. 9. All right, so everybody heals back up with emotional healing. The forest is quiet after this happens. There's not a lot of motion in the trees here. Everything is pretty burned up on the lower halves, like we described when you first came in here. There seems to be things watching you from the forest still. You're guessing there's still the oversized, like, human torso-sized spiders. There are no spider webs in this immediate vicinity that you're in. After, I'd say, you guys heal up and talk for a little bit, you do see the skeletal-faced man come back, and he kind of looks out from behind the big cloak that he was making and across the river. Is it safe to come out? And he speaks in pretty clean Moldavian.
As far as I know, it is.
Oh, okay. I was a little worried that I was going to die here. May I ask what you're doing here? You look like you're dressed from Moldavia. At least most of you do. I'm assuming, Bert, do you wear anything that is different still? Because you ended up getting new clothes and everything else. Do you wear
Yeah, I got all
anything
new-
anymore?
all new gear.
Okay, so nothing identifying. So everybody looks like they're from Moldavia now. Oh, I see. And then in Hollow, he says hello to Georgia, but I don't know if Georgia speaks Hollow.
Georgia does not. So she's
Hello.
just gonna kind of look at him a little bit and just be like, sorry, I didn't catch that part.
Wait, I'm sorry. Does Georgia look different to Maria?
Hey, Allie, would you like to explain the going-ons for you?
Yeah, so I may or may not be an Assyrian right now, but it might not be permanent. So yeah, if you look at Georgia, she mostly looks like Georgia until you get to right here.
So I think
then yeah,
just a real quick retcon. I think Georgia's here's this hangover this hangover cure, and I grab it and I'm like, yeah, I thought I sweated it all out, but you look really, and I drink it, and then we I blink and I'm like, no, you still have a skull instead of skin on your face.
Yeah, no, that's the new development.
Getting used to it.
You didn't.
What can I say? I've always been a.
You didn't hatch out of anyone's brain, did you? As I
Nope.
looked
Good God, no.
Nope.
No. You
Okay,
remembered,
I'm just gonna stay by Burke. Maria just kind of sticks by Burke for right now.
But the fire in her head is blue instead of orange because
She would never
takes
saw
the
that either, though.
DLC.
She downloaded the DLC patch.
DLC.
She got some
those
cosmetics.
Yeah, she has a bark for hair now. Instead, she has small horns made of branches. She looks like a smaller version of Drathok. No candles though. No burning. The candles only in her mouth, in the skull, and it lights up the back of her eyes. And there's her floating eye orbs. She's odd looking now. She doesn't have an extended skull. It's still dwarven. The other Assyrian comes around and he goes, and hollow again, but this time to Regdur, because Regdur seems to understand. He kind of works his way around. You speak my native language. You speak hello.
I do, yeah.
Okay, but goes, we fucking both do. And she's gonna come to here where she can see him. Rule number 1, you don't trust undead. That is Claybell's number 1 rule. You control them, you don't trust them. May I ask how you are in the Ashen Grove? How did you come about this? Are you realm travelers?
Sort of. Technically, yes. We're actually here looking for someone. If maybe you could help us with that, that would be appreciated. We're looking for the Fawn Prince.
The Fawn Prince. Was this a choice you made on your own?
Well, he was, Yes. We came here, trying to find him because he erupted out of a fire on the top floor of our building and then brought this grove.
Hold on, the Fawn Prince has been
so we came in
captivity for over 1,000 years.
Yeah, I keep hearing that. It's he's not now. He's here apparently. Because I tracked him here. So
I apologize. He looks the rest. How rude of me to be speaking in my native language in Hollow. For the rest of you, is Moldavian work for you? Can I speak in Moldavian? Does everyone understand that? And he he's carrying candelabra and he puts out two of the candles. And you don't understand. He goes, "Oh my. What languages do all of you understand so I can speak in that? How do you speak to one another?"
I thought we all spoke in Moldavian.
No, Burke was learning it as a background thing, and if we had hit 5th level in Pathfinder, he would be able to learn it.
You're still learning it in this. You'll be able to get it through just...
He's piecing it together.
If he gets his language level up, you get more languages the higher your language skill is too. Well...
Do we all speak Cadraic?
Oh, a holy language. Hold on. He takes into his bag, he roots out another candle, and he finds one that has a handprint on it, and he sets it down, and he lights it up. Or actually, just take the other candle, light it. Okay, you should be able to hear me in Moldavian in Cadraic now. My name is Nith. I am the caretaker of the Ashen Grove. I am an elf from many wanderings ago. In your time, I would guess I'm somewhere around 3,000 years old. May I ask why you're here?
I told you, we follow the Fawn Prince.
No. But why? Why didn't you just let him go? He is not of your concern. Are one of you part of the Ashen Circle?
No, but this grove opened outside of our home for the time being and was quite invasive.
Ah,
Not exactly sure why, but it seemed like he called it there.
I see. Well, that means that the Never sent his circle to collect him. That's not a good sign. That might be a second ill omen. The Fawn Prince is he is the reason the Ashen Circle is aggressive as they are in your world. They see his death to be the fault of humanity.
Well, congratulations. We brought the painting back that he came from. So
No. You misunderstand my caretaker privileges. I'm a caretaker to make sure that nothing leaves here. Not a caretaker because I am part of the circle. That would be lunacy. I don't follow the Ashen Circle. I just simply stop these angered spirits and fairy folk from leaving.
Well, now you got a really big one on your hands, I guess.
He is beyond my capabilities. Well, that's.
Did you see him? Did you see him come through using any of these trees as portals or anything like that?
No, but behind every tree is another home. So finding him would take some time. I could commune with some of the creatures that are here and see if I can locate his presence. It would take me, I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes of your time. But if you would like me to do this, we can head back to the camp and I could assist. Do you mind if I hand you all a candle to keep you safe? I see that the arachnids in the area are getting a little hostile with your presence. The fire will keep them at bay.
Eric, can I roll myths and legends or occults
motive in this?
for the candle?
No.
Just lots of candle
spell.
symbolism.
You
Okay.
you don't even need to roll for that. They're just components for him.
Okay.
It's his spellcasting components. And he pulls out some like short like candlesticks. They have like the metal cup on the end to hold, and he lights them and hands one to every person. This will keep the arachnids from becoming too hostile, webbing you or pulling you in the forest. I'll be honest, once you enter sections of the forest, finding you becomes very difficult. Mechanically, if someone gets pulled from the party to find them, to track them down, you are at 3 banes to find them in the forest.
Woof.
So please, don't let the candle go out.
Okay.
And he kind of hands them out to each person. He puts one in his candle holder as well to kind of keep them at bay. And he says, if you follow me around the back of the tree, there's a small path. And he starts walking this way to head back around.
Kind of look at everybody.
And he'll go regardless if you follow right away or not. So
We trust in him.
I mean, I'm kind of over this creepy area in general. This is not what a grove should be like, and this is not what bramble souls should have been like.
This is one of the original groves, though.
the first Ashen Grove.
It's the first grove.
Literally.
There's something wrong with those souls.
Wait, hang on. It's the first grove period or the first Ashen
Of the
Grove?
Ashen Grove.
It's
Of
the
that
first-
circle.
It's the first Ashen Grove.
Sorry, no, that was him asking, not me.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
no,
All right.
And Maria's saying it's the first Ashen Grove.
See.
All of the Georgia probably knows better than I do. all of the original groves, the first circles, except for Pine, are from the Never.
Which Georgia would know. That's 100% true. That's like pretty basic knowledge for a druid of your stature.
Honestly, the Never is
before he
place
leaves.
He already started walking.
Right now, he's like, just out of curiosity,
Doesn't stop.
this bark from
Don't touch it, he says as he keeps
creatures.
walking.
it can't leave, right?
He's already gone. You guys are already having a conversation. He left during that conversation. You have to follow him to have more conversation. You either jump across the water, or you can go across the bridge that's over here. It's like a downed log.
Yeah, I guess we'll go across the bridge.
I mean, I have two of them here. Let me delete that one for you.
I was just thinking about monster parts.
I mean, you can talk to him about it. It goes underneath the cape. Yep, you got it just like that.
Okay.
Get rid of this one.
Following.
At the camp, underneath the big cape that he's making, on the inside of it, there is
I'm gonna go the way that I originally came.
Sure, whatever. There is a huge mural of the different druid circles. And the center of it is a large tree that spans out and makes contact with each of the circles. Some are below the earthen line where the roots are, some are above. The ones that are below are just duplicates of the other, but they're kind of like the evil or non-good aligned versions of the circles, because Pine has good and bad, Ash has good and bad. Nowadays, though, Ash is only known to have the bad side of the Circle of Ash. There is no good guys anymore. There's no, like, you know, properly burning forest to make sure that the growth happens. They don't exist right now, as far as anyone is concerned. And you can see it's elaborately painted. It's got definitely an elven touch to it. You're guessing from this Arsarian's build, he's elven. When you come across, he has got a bunch of small toolkits lined up against one of the logs. He sets his candle in a holder and puts it on the log. He's like, "You're welcome to rest if you want. You should be safe here. Even if the Fawn Prince is here, there's no way he would come near the Elder's cloak. He would be a fool to do so. You're welcome to sleep, rest if you need. If you do need a way out of here, after I'm done communing to find the Fawn Prince for you, I could show you an exit as well. That one I can simply walk you to a tree and give you a way home. But if you would leave me alone for a few minutes, unless you have another question right now, I need about 10 minutes to focus on locating him within the grove.
A way home.
yeah.
Does that imply that the portal we entered through is no longer accessible?
Oh no, once you enter the Circle of Ash, the trees move. The exits are never the same. This is a prison more than it is a grove. No offense to you. I'm not saying you're prisoners. And I guess I would be the equivalent to a jailer. So I can let you out. There's no issues in that.
Can you tell us more about the Elder Cloak here?
After
Would I know anything about it?
Not offhand, and it would be a bane to roll to know anything about it. It would be myths and legends.
Right. Okay.
If you want to roll, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
Do you want a dark secret card to go with it?
No, I'll have a conversation with him after he's done.
Well, dark secret will give you stuff that he's not going to tell you.
Ooh.
Dark secrets are like
13.
dark secrets.
I got a 13 and a 3 over
Okay.
12. So
So you
still
did.
good.
You did not get it.
Yep.
Do you still want a dark secret? I will let you know something bad about the place, about the cloak, like what it is. It moves the clock 1.
Do we have plenty, right?
Yeah, we have quite a few.
Okay.
Right. You know what?
I'm
We'll use one of yours.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Using one of yours, I'm gonna fill the other clock.
I feel like Georgia is just overcome with this new sense
Do
of
you?
curiosity.
Are you standing like underneath and looking at what it is? Kind of your blue
Yeah,
flame.
I'm like leaned against one of the posts.
Okay.
And kind of looking up.
All right. So looking up at it, here is what I can tell you. The cloak itself, you've never heard of. If there's some like king, queen, prince dynamic within the circles, you don't know of this. This must be the original people who made it in the Never. That would probably be where it's from. Maria may have
Good
heard
roll.
something, yeah. The dark secret, though, I will tell you this, and it is pretty bad. The prince and the princess ate their parents. And in
Okay.
eating them, they took over their seats within their court. It's not even a rite of passage. It was more like a loophole within the like regency of the courts. The only way we get them is that they die, right?
Technically, yes, chomp.
This is apparently the cloak that was woven over the years. That would be all you know, and you're guessing it was the king's. Maria, on the other hand,
Myths and legends with the Bane, because I wasn't sure.
yep,
I
yeah,
still
yes, it's
got
still
it.
courts. Okay. Yes, this is the king's cloak. He wore the circles upon him so that at any point in time he could speak to his hierophants. He would be like the creator of the druid circles, essentially. You have the fawn prince, and you have the fawn princess. Those are the two, or the doe princess. And then the king and queen, you know that they were elder creatures of the Never.
Okay.
I think when you got, what was your number you got?
With my Bane, I got a 10 out of 14. So
The only other information I could probably give you is you know they created the circles to protect the creatures in the Never.
okay.
10 minutes, he's going to go through gathering pieces and like pieces of grass and things to burn so he can commune. Drew, I know your character was asking about the monster parts. Are you going to try to collect some of them before you come over?
Not if he says that they can't, like, his whole purpose is to keep things here. So, and the souls are kept inside the trees.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to take them if it's going to bring something out of here that he's trying to keep in.
I see. Okay.
But I will ask him about
when
that,
he's done.
like, yeah.
So then, if 10 minutes are going to pass, you guys can rest a little bit. It won't give you a full night's rest. But sure enough, after 10 minutes, he grabs the ash out of it and he wipes it inside of the sockets of his skull. So he's got like these black lines around it. They light up profusely in this like rich orange. And he's like, yes, the Fawn Prince is here. He is slumbering in his, if you would say, original den, where his parents forced him to sleep. It's not far from here. I don't know how to open it. To be honest with you, I may attempt to lock him in his den until I can get further assistance. The circle should go back to the Never. It shouldn't stay here. With that filled the last circle, which is the house hates you.
Mutual.
The trees change color swiftly. They go from the colors that they are now to this bright blue light that's here. And then it switches to like spots of red within the forest.
Well, I mean, obviously the house hates us. We let it be sick.
Right? There are, where you see all those like fuchsia reddish looking trees, you can see that red light flicker in the distance of the forest, similar to when you guys went into the Vale to see the darkest house like at its root before you know you burned it to the ground.
Listen, it was its own fault for not making sure it was up to fire code.
Yes.
Wow.
Houses always check if they have fire code.
I mean, the darkest house is sentient, right? Like, Father should have done something about it.
Sure. In the distance, you do hear the sound of a belt crack. You hear the sound of children crying to their mother, echoing from another part of the forest. The Assyrian, the kind of guardian of this area, looks around and he quickly pulls a bandana out and like wraps it around his eyes. Everything goes back to normal. Well, I see that we are in quite the situation. I am happy to help you exit as quickly as you would like to go. But this place is not going to be safe for long. There's something encroaching on the circle.
Hey, it's the house.
I have no idea what you mean by it's the house.
This is probably beyond my capacity to explain. One of the other smart members of my current company want to try.
I mean, the girl who just got an intelligence point but let her face get chewed off and is now a skull. That one?
Yeah. She's magic. While she does that, though, I did have a question. The things that we destroyed over there, can that wood leave? Or is that going to take...
You're talking about the bark from the bramble souls?
Indeed, yeah.
Those
keep
are...
that.
I mean, yeah, they're just shells of trees.
Okay, well, you were talking about things that needed to be kept here. I didn't want to take anything without
the sprites, like the one that was on the ground near your friend. He points to Burke, because, you know, obviously I'm assuming he didn't let this fucking husk of a creature stay latched onto him like a dead tick.
It's like a
yeah, like, fuck that thing. And so the thorn sprites, they draw spirits in, incinerate them, hoping to free themselves from here.
Let's see.
It is a futile attempt. But the bark, you're welcome to collect it. And if you want, we have tons of monster cards tonight. At the end, we'll do Bramble Souls as monster parts if you want to make a roll to carve them up.
Cool.
We should get you out if there is something encroaching. I cannot use my vision here right now. It seems to draw whatever it is to us. This house you talk about, is this an imposing creature? Is it an entity? Is it a prime evil spirit? What exactly is it?
Right, Georgia, you're up. I'm gonna go collect wood. And
all right, go give me your check. I'll use a survival card for you. You get a bonus. I think we have some monster part harvesting cards as well. Georgia, what are you going to tell them about the darkest? I'm curious to see how this group is now after a season and 6 episodes. How do you describe the house to a new person?
Using bushcraft for this?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
The house is basically a sentient entity of some sort, similar to a haunt, but also not quite. It's difficult to explain. It's also known as a manor. That's in my notes somewhere, but not directly in front of me. Hithersworn. It's also known as Hithersworn Manor, but last time we had a run-in, it burned.
I know of Hithersworn. That lays to the south in Ingrad. It's a house that people believe to be cursed. I can tell you that it's actually because it sits on interlocking knots, ley line knots. Immense power flows through the building. Those who sleep there are shunted from their bodies from short time periods magically. A lot of people of mine, and she points to Georgia talking, and you, Assyrians believe it's a source of knowledge and power. That is not what the common people think at all.
I have a question.
I mean, we have enough time, but my ritual, unfortunately, is going to last for hours. I will be blind to you right now. So if it's visual, I will not be able to help you, but any knowledge I can pass on.
The Fawn Prince was in a prison?
That is correct.
And the prison wasn't made out of... This is going to sound fairly ridiculous, I think, but was it made out of like any sort of special wood or other material?
Oh, the original prison he was in was a wooden prison. That is correct.
Was the warden like some sort of being sent to keep him in line?
Oh no, it was an actual prison. It was a husk of ironwood burnt and melted around him to keep him in his den. Unescapable. He did have a guardian for a short time frame, but after we realized he couldn't leave his prison, we left him in the middle of the forest in the Never, which is this area you're in now.
When we look around, and I'll spend intuition, I'll spend the willpower for intuition.
Okay.
Like when everything shifted and changed, did the forest look like the forest that we walked by going to the darkest house?
It sure did.
Okay. I turn to the group. I turn and I do a double take at Georgia, and I shake it off because there's more important things we need to worry about right now. I say, I wonder if the Fawn Prince was kept captive in the darkest house or in the forests surrounding it.
Well, there wasn't a house, but I mean, I don't understand what this thing. I know what Hithersworn is. That is a manor, a very large estate. But I don't understand what the darkest house is. It sounds like it's a home as well.
So I feel
Let me know.
Georgia is very knowledgeable, but I feel like perhaps this has been a shock to her system as a dwarf. Now having a skull for a head. Yeah. The darkest house takes the shape of a manor, but it takes the shape of like any type of manor, and we have first-hand accounts and second-hand accounts that it can travel between planes, and it definitely travels within different areas of Engrad and Moldovia. And we also know that at one point it was holding, I don't know if it's captive or if they were like willing. I know some of them may have been willingly living there and other ones may have been held captive. But it's definitely a place for cryptids and descendants of guardians who were associated with the circles. We found one of the guardian's daughters there, and she came out with us when the house in the forest of the darkest house, whether it's actually Hithersworn or not,
they're definitely tied.
Burned down.
It sounds like you burnt the building down.
Well, one of the only ways we could escape, because the house itself was malicious.
Do you know if Hithersworn caught flame?
It may have. I know explosives were used in aiding our escape.
If Hithersworn burned and it burned, there is a chance that there was some form of a convergence, and maybe it all went up in flame.
So that might be...
Look, there has been no fires here. It's not directly connected. Whatever my spell I was using, it's like it is a vision for me to be able to see creatures of this grove that are hiding. But when I finished my ritual, something peered back. A woman with a scald head, but she was in an elaborate gown with small skeletal children at her feet. A man, tall in stature. He seemed to be carrying a whip, or it might have been a belt.
Yeah,
and then another man, really gangly with an axe.
I remember him. I don't remember his name right now. It started with a K, I think.
A gentleman who seemed to be in pain, skewered in weapons. Another person, their body was filled with keyholes, essentially, with large blocks on his feet like he couldn't move. But the rooms that I was seeing that these people are in, like the backdrops to them were foreign. They're not Elven. They're not from the Never. They don't even feel like anything from Ingrad. Something is off. But I think that you staying here is of danger to you. Even if you're searching for this Fawn Prince, no offense to the four of you, but I don't think you can take down the Fawn Prince. Unless you're some form of like legendary warriors or spirited people from the Never. I don't mean offense. I just don't see it being feasible. It took down in most of the Ashen Groves were murdered by him in defense, and the ones that survived worshipped him. And then the other groves had to band together just to imprison him, along with the Summer and Winter Court. This wasn't a minor thing. Granted, he is not in the grand status he was after the mishap. You know, eating your parents and all.
Right, I'm just trying to piece together what's happening and why maybe he's escaped. He may have been trapped in the house, is what I'm...
When you first saw him, he was in a room in your home, correct?
I turned to the rest of the group because Kelly wasn't there.
And if so...
Kelly came in to fill in about the darkest house for him, and now is leaving the rest of it to the rest of the group.
Is any form of glyph or symbol on the ground?
Well, we don't exactly know.
He's just bringing all the bark over.
The room was on fire. The first time we saw him, though, he was in a painting.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, he was drawn in a painting. The painting that was in the showroom. Because we found it, and
was he
it
covered
was
in
just his
blood?
Silhouette.
Was he covered in blood
Yes.
in the painting?
Well, kind of, I mean, his lower half, at least.
Yes.
It was kind of up. It was
All of
literally
his
up
legs,
arm.
his arms, his face. Did he have a crown?
He had horns.
Yes. Were they spiked in wrapped around? Like a crown?
That they were.
I don't know about spiked. I thought they were rather smooth. But they were, I mean, they did come around like this. Kind of like yak.
Come here, I can send them to your chat. Here you go. That looks
It looks like someone pounded nails into it.
he has a crown.
Yeah, no, now that you mention it, yeah, it did kind of look crownish. It looked like someone took like some 6-penny nails and just hammered them in there.
No,
and then wrapped
no,
his
no.
skin around
No,
it.
he found his sister.
What do you mean?
So that way he's covered in blood.
Oh, well, maybe more. He is known as the Fawn Prince, but he is the devourer of Fae.
Oh.
His sister's the Doe Princess.
We need to get you home. Don't think this is something, unless one of you is a member of a court, should be here.
Well, it counts
I
me
am
out.
very okay with going home at this point.
Hey,
Can I talk to you for a second? As I look at the sorry.
I mean, it is
You're
why
saying
I'm
that
standing
to
here, and
him?
he turns his head towards you, but he's still got the orange, like, kind of bandana around his face. Ooh. You can speak freely, right? These are your friends?
I mean, we already know you're tied to one. That was the whole point of
every superstition
that was
that Maria has ever made.
Well, no, it's also like it was totally the angle that we used with the clanless dwarves in the back.
Yeah.
How can you say, God damn it, now I want pizza? This bloody mess of a person makes you want pizza?
You said, I said
Dough
dough princess, so I wrote
Oh!
dough, like pizza dough.
The doughiest of princesses.
I was like, I mean,
Damn
he's
it,
not
now
covered,
I want pizza
He's
too.
not covered in pizza sauce, boys and girls.
It might be. He might have had a sleepover.
Been rolled in it?
It might have been a different type of sleepover.
No.
You don't eat that. It's in the danger
Really
zone.
want
So
Costco pizza now.
He would look gross. He would look to Georgia and then look to Maria, like at you in the direction of the voices. Is this a private conversation, or again, is this okay with your friends with you?
I look to Redger and Georgia, and then I glance at their sister,
Okay.
giving the eyebrows like, what are we doing with her? Because this is new to me as well. Georgia's got a skull for a head. The sister's here helping us.
No, it's fine. She was.
Your friend is an Assyrian. They're born usually from numerous bones from bodies in the earth, found on a broken ley line. When a ley line is destroyed, it reanimates them into an intelligent undead such as ourselves. Because he has no fucking clue she's just a dwarf. The burning flame in the mouth is new. I just assumed she was some form of a spellcaster. A mancer of some form.
I'm assuming Clable followed us over here.
No, she didn't.
When we all came. No. She didn't.
No, because she said she doesn't trust undead.
No,
Got it.
Correct. But that's not why she didn't follow. You went back across to gather stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
She is currently chopping down one of the trees.
What the hell are you doing?
What do you mean?
There's
souls in these, correct?
Well, yeah.
Well, I want a fucking answer, so I'm going to speak to it.
Oh.
Right. She gets like a chunk out of it, and she puts her hand in it, and you would have seen her converging with undead.
Okay. Conversing with undead.
No.
Urging?
Mm-hmm. She pulls the soul into her body to have a conversation. And then you would have brought the briars back over to the... Yeah, you would have been like, fuck this. I'm not part of it. So you asked what to do about her, but he explains what an Assyrian is in like a broad stroke. Because you may or may not have known. But again, that isn't what you wanted to speak to me about, I assume.
So when you say someone, we shouldn't be here unless we're part of the courts.
Well, when something like this happens, if a representative of the courts is here, their job is to bring message to the courts, and they are considered a key member of the court during the investigations. But we don't have a member of a court here. I am not Fae anymore. Being reborn as an Assyrian, I have shirked those responsibilities.
Well, as a half-elf, I
you're a
decided
half-elf.
to
did not
stay tied
did not know.
here.
Are you part of the court still? Are you a dual?
I hold dual citizenship.
Yeah. I guess I would be a dual realmist.
I did not make the decision to cut off. I'm one of the ones that made the deal.
Are you
I was sold
working?
into.
Are you working as a?
I'm working under a contract
I see.
with someone in the
Does that
material.
contract require you to be a representative of the courts if it is necessary? This would be a question for Kelly. How tied to the courts are you? You play superstitions to him all the time?
I do.
Are worried about them all the time? And we haven't talked about it as a group, but I've read your background.
Mm-hmm. When when she was sold, Luther Gearson didn't know exactly what was all entailed in the contract. He just thought it would be a good way to get her out of the situation and train a replacement for him when he got old.
Okay.
And he also didn't want to cut her off from the Winter Court in case she ever wanted to go back of her own volition.
Okay.
So he kind of left the contract untouched in that part. So technically, if she needs to, she can go back.
So you would be a representative of the courts.
Yeah.
So you would have, that means you would have these things. You would have a signet ring. You would have whatever your courts wax with the element of your court in it. You would have the right to sign paperwork on representation of the court at your level. Being what your job actually is, it would also allow you to gain contract to solve the problem as well if you wanted to gain standing in the court.
Considering that I was originally like here to try and find my mentor slash owner, I'm not quite sure how far I want to go in that aspect, but I kind of look to the rest of the group and I'm like, how involved do we want to be in trying to take care of this?
I mean, we got this.
Hey, did you gather some of the brambles? Is that the bramble souls?
Indeed.
I recommend soaking them in some form of blessed or salt water to push the soul remnants away. Otherwise, there can be magical properties bestowed upon them. There also can be some issues in using them. Just be warned.
Right. Good to know. Maria, how involved do you need to be, I suppose, is the question.
Technically, I can involve myself in this as an investigation.
Oh, so you're able to choose as a half-elf?
The person who acquired me didn't really change the contract that much. They didn't understand.
While
the
you are not forced to tell me anything, may I ask what court you belong to? Are you summer, winter, or are you part of the army of fall and spring?
It hasn't been an hour yet, so I kind of hold up my hands, which are tinted blue.
I see. You are directly blessed of the Winter Court. While I have absolutely no fey ability to force your hand, I would tell you that while you may not need to solve this, if it is not solved, all of the Never is in jeopardy.
I was asking in part because I'm concerned about Georgia's druidic circles as well.
So you are a druid. I'm sorry, I the vision right now. May I ask what circle you're a part of, Georgia? She said.
Yes, it's Pine.
There are a few Osirians that have become masters of circles over the years, but it is very rare. We're primarily arcane. I thought I was one of the few. May I ask? You do seem to have flesh about you still, and that is usually burned away by the arcane magics of a ley line. Are you not an Osirian?
I suppose I'm on lease of sorts.
On lease?
What does that mean?
What does on lease mean? Yes.
He's just standing there holding a bundle of wood, like.
It forms like a frowny face in the air. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But she says that, and he's like, what the fuck does that mean?
I was sent as a speaker of Dracoth.
That's why you looked familiar. I wasn't sure if it was still the ale.
I rolled a 1. Dracoth, the guardian of Pine. I'm the...
Yes.
He turns around and
the
sets down the
creator
bundle.
of wax, the Marrow Man, you follow the Winter's Heart. That's your Hierophant that you now work with.
My family was at risk, and I had to make a decision.
Ma'am, can you, if you don't mind...
And she made a poor one, as per usual.
Can you hold up your fingers? As he, like, walks towards your voice to feel over your hands.
You step away from your extra page.
Are you missing any of your fingers? As he's counting them, like, by touch?
No.
You didn't lose a finger.
I was not the youngest.
She lost her head.
Do you have a child, then?
Hey!
Is your child a finger of Dracoth?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Then you, ma'am, are the reason the Fawn Prince is out.
What do you mean?
The Fawn Prince's deal with Dracoth years ago was to capture his sister and hold her for him. I won't say directly you, but your circle has been on the fringes of druidic nature for some time in the Never. I'm not saying in your world you are, but in the Never, the Pine has been forced to the far edges of the realm in fear of the Fawn Prince getting what they want. Now, I'm not saying you drew him out. I'm not saying it's Dracoth directly, but Dracoth asks for the children of druids. The princess is a child, the first of the king and queen of druids.
Keepers be damned.
I do agree with that. Keepers, as I've been told over the years, have been nothing but a hassle. Well, I would like to expedite your exit.
I think that would be the best situation for us both, yes.
If your friend Maria wishes to stay as a representative of the courts, I can arrange an item for her to be able to come back here freely, back and forth, if she wishes to stay as a representative. I would say you should seek out Dracoth and talk to him about the Doe Princess.
I'm sure that's going to go over swimmingly, but yes. Yes,
Well, you are obviously a druid of the circle. There should be no problem. He doesn't kill his own. That's not what he does. He captures kids and makes wax like people and does horrific things, but he doesn't kill his own druids.
Yes.
Wait, are you... If you're not an Alsarian yet, why do you not smell of pine anymore? My senses are heightened like this. There's no aura or air of pine to you.
Well, she lost her hair, and that usually is where the scent comes from with the campfire and all that.
You smell of magic, though. Of raw, ley line magic.
Oh. That.
George,
Is this your brother? He
fumble.
sounds similar to you.
Yes, he is.
This makes way more
Unfortunately.
sense. And then at that point, Claybell would walk back. Her hand, she kind of puts a new glove over it. She comes back and she goes, I have information. I know where the fucking prince is.
Hey.
Let's go fucking kill him.
Don't think that's an option.
He's sleeping.
I don't think that's an option.
The Assyrian says, that is not an option, ma'am. Exit is your best option. Maria, do you wish to stay as a representative? If so, I need to gather my things before I take you. I can give you access back and forth. I'll give you 6 of the candles. You burn them, and they will give you access to walk through a doorway. You light it in a doorway, walk through the light, and you will arrive here. If you are going to act as a representative of the courts, I cannot.
I think it might be in our best interests if I do. And I turn to the rest of the group, because if somebody else from the winter courts, finds out, they might be more tempted to manipulate the situation for their own gain.
Well then, I will get your candles. We will send message to the Winter Court. You know how this goes. Leave a bowl of water out when you slumber. Leave your hand in it. When it freezes, they will commune with you.
I'm aware.
Isn't that how you make people pee?
No, that's the hot water.
That's the hot water.
Right.
Of course, the brother and sister know how that trick works. Out of all the people in this room right now, they have done that. Camera swiftly pans over to Clayable's face, where she's just like, "Fuck you too. I fucking hate you."
Fuck both of you.
She goes, "Well, fine. The spirit said that the prince is here, slumbering in one of these trees. I know the direction and can feel it, but if we're gonna fucking leave, then fuck it. Let's go. Then I will gather my stuff." And he walks over and he kind of wanders through looking for boxes, and he's fucking blind right now.
I'll
and he's
help him since
all right.
he's...
He gathers everything. He gets you 6 candles. They are blue with like snowflake patterns carved into them. The wax on these are candles you hang, and they burn from the bottom and melt. They basically make the area you stand in to come here. He explains how to use them. He gives you 6 of them, which means you can come back here 6 times. They are tiny items. They do not take an inventory slot.
Okay.
You light them. They take 10 minutes to activate. He does tell you, if you are bringing the Winter Court in on this, I do ask that you tell them that I was of service.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Excellent. I'd hate to see what their next plan is. They made me an Assyrian instead of letting me be an elf for my last foible.
Apologies.
It's okay. It was my mistake. I understand. Well, everybody, about 10 minutes will pass. He'll gather everything. He will walk to one of the trees. He takes soot from the wick and draws a frame. And puts his hand on it, and all the bark lights up, and it pulls apart into like a doorway, almost like where you would walk under, like when you're getting married, that little arch. He makes that out of bark, and on the other side, you see your outpost and everybody firing at the forest, the grove right now. Gunshots are just going off. Fire and earth is being thrown from Flujack out into the area. Your carpenter is behind a palisade with a Skyhunter rifle shooting at stuff. They are defending the outpost right now, but you cannot, from this perspective, see what it is. Is this your home? I can't see.
It is, yeah.
Claybell goes,
like,
you sure the prince isn't a better fucking option?
Look, he walked past me, spoke a word, and took me down to half my health. It's not a...
It isn't then, and she walks through the archway. That was that conversation, and she walks through. Is everybody else following?
Yep.
I think, yeah, as soon as Claybell does, Georgia's through it.
She comes out and starts like to about face to see what they're fighting when she walks out. So when she walks out, she takes like 4 meters out and turns as everybody walks through. Does anyone stay behind before he closes the portal?
I think I have to, don't I?
Nope, you can come back whenever you want. That's what the candles are for.
Okay.
You just when you go to sleep tonight, make a bowl of water. You sleep with your hand in it. They'll converge with you, or they don't converge. They will talk with you. When she converse, when she gets out, she takes her glove off. Is what you would see when you come out next. And it's the skeletal hand, and it is bathed in a green glow. Your sister comes out behind you. Burke, I'm assuming you leave as well? Yeah. Burke steps out, sooty but healed. Maria, as you're walking out, he goes, something feels weird. As you walk through and the portal closes, she pulls a spirit from her hand.
God damn it.
And flings it at whatever they are fighting. And you see a large, treant-styled spirit flow from her hand, root in the ground, in front of your party.
She took a spirit from here.
She sure fucking did.
When she shouldn't have.
I think there's going to be a jailbreak.
When you turn around,
hopefully it
there are countless
doesn't bite us in the ass.
Countless spiders flowing from the forest in tides. The moth speaker has got a barrier of moths up, but they are slowly, I shouldn't say slowly, quickly, I should say, getting eaten up by the tides as it washes against these glowing moths. Everyone is firing. There's people on the roof. There's people on the porch. There's people in windows, all firing from this. To the party, you do see the spider-like creatures, but crawling within the tides because you're closer than they are. They're firing like 50 to 100 meters at things towards the grove. You also see creatures crawling in the tides, low inside of them. Very similar to what you saw at the lumber mill. The last point that got spent was the veil reopens and the Ether Witch comes. Unfortunately, it's the same time as spiders releasing from the grove to bring back the lost spirit. So our next episode is not dealing with just ether ghouls and a witch, but soul carrier spiders trying to bring the treant back. When you exit the portal, it feels like you had a full night of rest because you were in there for 2 days. You get your willpower points back. You have the ability to take a rest, and we'll begin our next session in the middle of the Second Ghoul War. Part of Todd's really excited. The other part of him isn't. And I'm sure Burke has a look on his face of flashbacks to this exact
PTSD.
moment. It is called PTSD. We will be all out defend the outpost in our next episode, from batting the hatches to getting things ready to learning how to fight ether ghouls. And we're going all out with an Ether Witch for episode 7. That is it for us tonight, everybody. A great story session tonight. A lot of knowledge that hasn't been shared from Ethauntia yet was tonight. Does anyone have anything special besides all of us that are going to Gen Con next week, which we will talk about separately?
I mean, so we're not playing for 2 weeks.
We're supposed to play next week unless you fly out next week.
I fly out Tuesday.
So then, no, we are off next Tuesday because I want a full party for this. There's no fucking way I'm doing this, not a full party. That would be rude as shit. With that said, I get to ask Allie something on her turn instead.
God.
Yeah.
Well,
you doing spoopy games tomorrow? Are you doing Ether Ghouls Attack tomorrow? Is that a game you're gonna play?
funny enough, we've been playing 7 Days to Die lately, so
that was your lead in. You're welcome.
that kind of makes sense, yeah. But no, I just wanted to share with everybody that has been a part of it. I now have all the materials that I need, aside from some wire that I still have to order for the booth, and I got some tools for it. So I am.
You gonna put that thing on some big ass fucking casters so you can roll it into a box to move it eventually?
No, I'm making it modular, so I take it apart in walls and it just stacks and goes, and then it goes back together.
Smart. You should stream it. You should stream you building it.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Anybody else got anything fun going on?
This sucks.
On
I know.
Sunday, we'll be back in Ambrica over on Fem Gamer Party on Twitch.
What is Ambrica? I don't think we've ever discussed it on the show before.
Outsiders in Ambrica is the I was about to say Ladies of D&D. Wow, the Fem Gamer Party persistent campaign. It's 5e, and I get to flex my tank muscles as Desi, the not Oathbreaker, Redemption Paladin. So
Oathbreaker.
Antlers.
Were you an Oathbreaker originally?
No, I was between the two, and I still have stuff in my document, so I see it every time, and I'm like, no, that's not it.
So my question is, are you off on Monday? Would you like to come play a fungal priest on Monday night show?
Yeah, you had me at fungal.
You probably will die, but it'll be fun.
I'll take it.
All right. Anybody else got anything fun going on before we talk some Gen Con fun? No? All right. So, for those who are coming to Gen Con, Adam and Diane will be there. Kelly is coming. Kelly and I are staying together. Drew will be there as well for Norse Foundry. I'm going to be running some off-book events, but on Thursday night, there's a few tickets left for any of you that are going to Gen Con. Tim Hitchcock and Ben are running one of their massive, all-out, 60 to 80-person events for Tales of the Valiant. If you're going to be there, you want to join in, there's still some tickets left.
I think there's 44 out of 48, or I think there's 4 left out of 48 tickets. I think it caps at 48.
So there are some guest stars that are going to be there, from my understanding. It's a little bit larger than the number it's there. There's a GM for every one of these people. I'll be GMing there. Drew's going to be GMing there, and Adam is GMing as well for this. This is on Thursday night at 7. It's going to be awesome. I'll put some notes in our Discord for those who are interested in joining. I'll put a link for those that are going to be going. And then I am going to be bringing Mythic Bastion Land, and I think I'm going to bring either Shadow Dark or Mork Borg to run some off-grid games, because it's super easy to make characters. I have a new adventure that I want to test run on the Backs of Giants, which is going to be a pretty wild Mork Borg game. And that's it from me running things off-grid, but we'll be around. We are going to get a gathering together. I got to talk to the troops and kind of see what we want to do. But hey, everybody, we get to do the second Ghoul Wars. Who thought there would be another Ghoul Wars in Ethauntia? I did. I did.
Eventually, yes.
I knew it was coming. I didn't
think we'd live to see it.
I didn't know. I have 67 years. I mean, yeah, you're not. You're gonna. It starts.
We're not gonna live to see the end of it.
It starts here. Just ghouls in Moldavia, climbing plateaus, raging cities. I'm really excited for it. Nobody else?
Need some Eisenheims, like
Stat.
No, not at all.
Merchant cards. We'll be playing some merchant cards. We have no secret tonight, everybody. I have to be up kind of early tomorrow, so there's no secret today. But I will talk to the party afterwards quickly, just to get our experience out of the way. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back in August for this show, but we will be back on Monday for Breachers. I'm going to cut over to me. If you guys all stay in the call, we'll do our experience here. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us. If you're watching this afterwards, you know the routine. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, videos to watch, things like that. But really, I want to say thank you from all of us to you for helping us hit over 300. We hit our 300 goal. We're going to be coming back, trying to hit 500 here, hopefully by the end of September, so we can do some cool things on this channel. Watch some of the other videos, comment down below, and if you have questions on Ethauntia, join our Discord. We'll answer whatever we can. Some of these kids know more about it than I do, and I wrote the fucking thing. Have a great night, everybody.